Hey friends, we are back with another Flashback Friday, and I'm really excited to be talking about this palette. I wanted to use it for a really long time. I've had it for quite a while now. I actually thought that the packaging was pretty cute. It wasn't like the best, most incredible, but I did like it. I think it looks really pretty. The palette that, in case I didn't say, is I'm sure I did not say. This is Notoriously Morbid, and this is their Rusted Essence palette. And I really like Notoriously Morbid. They have some of the most unique shadows, kind of both in formula and in payoff and just in general. Their texture reminds me a little bit of Black Moxie Cosmetics, so if you do like them, you should like these, like this brand as well. But let me show you the inside color story. This to me seemed so special, and you guys aren't even seeing it, but this has a lot of shift to it. It actually has a bit of maroon and green to it, but you're not seeing any of that, which is so frustrating. I feel like you're seeing a lot of shift in the middle shadow, which is phenomenal. There, you're catching a little bit. If you look in the mirror, you can see a little bit of what I'm talking about. But it is so, I was very drawn to this. I like these kind of rusty, grungy tone color stories. They call to my heart. They call to it. Now, at this point when I'm filming this, I've only done this look. I'm still going to do another look. I'm going to do some swatches for you guys, so I don't have a fully formed opinion. Please excuse my phone randomly going off. Nobody ever messaged me. It's actually a game. It's a game, because I'm that bitch. So I'm like half formed on my thoughts on this. I will say that I feel like after using this shadow right here, it did not come across how it looks in the pan. It's what I've got on right now, and I thought maybe mixing the orange and the like burgundy purple shade together had created this weird kind of gray brown tone, but then I used it underneath as well where I did not have any of the orange, and it still kind of was that same color. So I mean, I am kind of seeing those undertones here, but I was expecting it to be a little bit different. So that's kind of where I'm sitting a little bit, and I am hoping with another use that I'll really be completely sure one way or the other what I want to do. But I'm not right now. And especially because I still, like, you know, even if I say I'm going to declutter this, I don't think I'm going to declutter it either way. So I'm not completely sold one way or the other on whether or not it will stay up in my desk area, but I think that after the second look, I'll probably have, like, more of a formed opinion on how I'm really feeling about it, but at least you guys are getting a good look at it. I don't even know if you guys can still get this. I think you could definitely get it, like, secondhand on Mercari or, like, what's the other one? Poshmark. I do have a Poshmark, but I don't really use it as much because the fees are crazy. Like, I just don't love it. I'm sure probably buyers feel that way on Mercari. Mercari fees are insane for buyers right now, so it's just, like, find a happy medium. Split the amount that they're trying to charge between buyers and sellers. Or, you know, here's my thought for, you know, selling platforms. Run some ads. Just get ad revenue and stop charging buyers and sellers fees. It's ridiculous. I'm sorry. I'm salty about it. In any case, I'm going to do some swatches and I'll see you guys in a second. I'm going to start right here with the shadow that really pulls very much more gray and brown on the eye. There is no name. There might be one on the backside actually. As you can see, it's definitely, so on my finger it looks more purple than I put it up to here, and it's pulling more like gray brown. It really does. Very strange, actually. I mean, I've had stuff that changes as you use it, for sure, but usually that's a multi-chrome. But it's alright. It's alright that it totally changed my entire plan. No, I'm just kidding. But it kind of did, though. Oh, sorry, I need a wipey. Finger is still kind of muddy, but it is what it is. Alright, then we're going to go into this guy right here. Also, no name on the front. Like I said, there might be something on the back. Now, it's interesting because it looks so sparkly here, but it is kind of a matte with that sparkle texture. So I feel like it does kind of get lost in translation a little bit when you put it on the eye. I would much rather see either a matte or a shimmer. Or even better, another multi-chrome. I mean, so you can definitely see the particles in this, I feel. But I think, like I said, when it's applied on the eye, I feel like it does disappear a little bit. This shadow right here, which I have been dying to touch, and look at that. Okay. Very interesting. It's kind of like a holochrome, but a very dry textured holochrome. So I don't know if you're seeing all this. I didn't even talk about the colors at all. Not even a little bit. Dang, okay, let's back up here. So this one right here is kind of like a burgundy that actually looks a little bit more brown and gray undertoned. This one right here is kind of a plummy purple with, I would say, golden orange glitter particles to it. And this one right here is a purple based, I would say, holochrome that is like green and blue and purple and I would say a little bit gold. It's freaking stunning. Like, I don't know if you guys are seeing what's on my finger. I feel like that's almost more impressive than what's on my arm. But it's still pretty impressive. From there, let's go into this guy right here. You guys know I can't say no to like a matte green or any green. Oh, greens are welcome. Oh, that one got away from me a little bit. That's okay. That's okay. Yeah, the texture of these is just swatching a little strangely, but they do perform well on the eye. They just may be a bit of a surprise when you get them there. I almost feel like I have to apply them rather than swatch them truly, which is okay. That's kind of like a slightly gray undertone green shade, a little bit of a grungy color, which I'm here for all days. I'm gonna go up to this one right here. Ooh. Oh, it's like a green that has a little bit of gold and maybe a hint of pink. That is quite pretty. Must have picked it up like crap. I just feel like they swatch a little funky, which is strange, but it could be because they're a dry formula. Like, I hope you guys are seeing there is a little bit of hint of pinkish orange in that, but I don't feel like it's coming across here. I feel like it looks brilliant and beautiful on my finger, and then on my arm, it's just a little bit, like, disappointing looking. That's sad. Sad and disappointing. Okay, the next one I think I will do, is maybe this one right here. Yeah, because it has a little bit of green in it. Also has some of the maroons, and it's just so beautiful. Definitely, like, I used it without a base today on my eye, but I feel like with a base is probably the best performance you're going to see with it. And of course, as always, my arms are dry. There's no lotion, there's no primer, there's no any kind of performance enhancing item on my arm, and I only have, like, my, I guess, filming light up. Everything else, it's all natural. There's no colored lights, there's no extra mirrors to try and enhance the shift. What you're seeing is an accurate representation of what you would get as a normal consumer. Okay, then let's go to the matte shade. That's beautiful. It's like the perfect pumpkin orange. Yeah, I like that one a lot. And it swatches slightly better, which I'm here for. Then let's go into this one right here. This has a little bit of shift to it too that I never noticed. So this has a little bit, it's orange, but it's got a small hint of a pink shift. A peachish pink shift, which is just beautiful. I don't know if you guys are seeing any of that on here. I don't know if it's translating, but I see it on my finger. And the last shadow is this one down here. That is very pretty as well. That is just kind of like a metallic orange. Metallic Halloween orange. Fall orange. Would I say it's the most metallic shade I've ever seen? Absolutely not. But is it very pretty? Yes. Is this color story just infinitely satisfying? Abso-freaking-lutely. Oh, that does look quite beautiful. I'm going to show you guys I'm going to show you these same swatches in other lighting situations so you can get a better idea of what they'll look like in other places. Alright, so we are going to start strong with this gray matte shade. I've been itching to get my fingers onto it. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and apply it at 2 different intensity levels, essentially, because I don't really want to use any of the other colors in here. So I am just taking that into my crease and slightly above and working it out very, very lightly, because I want this to be like a kind of sheer wash of color. And then when I go back in, like, over here, I think I might have gotten a little fallout. I'm going to try and build it up a little bit deeper. Yeah, I'm going to try and build it up a little bit deeper because I don't really want to use this color in conjunction with anything else in the palette. Oh, I made a mess. I made a mess. I need a clean brush. Do you think I have one? The answer is no. Because I'm not responsible and I have not washed my brushes still. I really haven't though. Okay. And I'm going to kind of lightly diffuse it out. I applied eyeshadow the weirdest ways, I swear, I really do. Very gently. Get out of my face. And now I need a small brush to go under my lash line. Let's give this guy a shot. And I am just putting it down in underneath my lash line. And even down a little further, because I got wrinkles down there. And how do we cover up wrinkles? With makeup! Probably not that way. Most people probably don't do that. But I don't care. I've got like one solid wrinkle that runs underneath each one of my eyes, and I'm like, yep, let's just throw some eyeshadow on there. Far less noticeable, right? I know. Alright, there's that. Let's go to the other side, do the exact same, which is weird because I normally never start with this eye. Who am I today? Oh, that was a little dark. That was darker than intended. Oh boy, shiitake mushrooms. Oh boy, okay. I have effed up. I was gonna say the F word. Do you guys care if I say the F word? I feel like the F word is just so wonderful. But I know some people get deeply offended by it. Truthfully, I am an F-bomb kind of girl. Also, you may notice I have like literally a zit up here. How does that happen? I'm trying not to pop it because I like, it's just not a good idea to mess with zits to begin with. And I'm a picker. I'm a digger. Really I am though. And it's super bad, but on the eye area especially, I'm like, just let it do its thing. Don't get it infected. Don't do anything irritating to it, because the last thing I need is it turning into a sty or something else, because that could totally happen. Okay. Just deepening this up a little bit and working out the rest of it. Kind of some weirdness going on there. I think that's slightly better. Slightly. Alright, fine. I'll use this other brush. I'll just pick up just the tips. And hopefully be able to diffuse it out a little bit more. Because I'm not feeling like it's very diffused on this eye. First eye turned out so decently. You guys have that same problem where you start and one eye looks, you know, totally okay, and then you go to the next one and it's a hot dumpster fire? That's where I'm at right now. That is where I'm at. Yeah, it's fine, it's fine. Just ruin the whole day. Okay. Well, I've taken it out more than I meant to, and it just is what it is. It's kind of the nature of the way I apply everything. Listen here. I've got one solitary long hair on there. And I'm just going underneath again, like the other eye. And I am going to kind of shear it out as I go lower, hopefully. Doesn't look like I did a lot of shearing. Maybe this pencil brush is just too thick. Oh, my Leo, I don't know. You might have been able to see him initially, but now he's over by the window. He hears a bird and he's like, who is it? It's pretty cute. Leo, you're pretty cute, baby. And I don't think you can see it, but December's actually back here on my floor behind me. So I got everybody this morning. Alright, it's slightly softer. Hopefully we can cover it with the lid shade. Okay. Okay, I think I'm gonna do both of these just because I have to. I want to use this shade right here, although I really want to use this all over the lid, but I do still want to try this. Alright, we're gonna do this top one first, and then we're gonna more is more, well, and use that one as well. And I could use a brush, but I'm not going to. You guys have met me. I am just not that girl. That is a really pretty green shade, actually. And I swear, and you guys, I feel like aren't seeing it in anything I do, but there is a bit of a pinkish orange shift to this as well, which I just find so satisfying. Kind of reminds me a little bit, not quite, but a little bit of Cleona's Mural, which I need to use. I need to use it. It's cool, it looks beautiful, but is it everything I need and want in my life? No, it's not, so we're gonna go more with this. More is more is more. And we're gonna pick up the middle shade because I can't. I might do the inner corner as this, but we're starting here. I wish that I had an eye primer. I feel like it would be much more impactful if I did. I wonder how this would have looked without the green underneath. I feel like it's not looking nearly as interesting as it could. I don't have any eye primers. Shit. I need one. I need an eye primer. There went stuff on my counter. I'm just picking up, gonna try and pick up with a brush. I don't know why. I'm giving it a shot. It's definitely, you can see those holochrome, like, pieces to it. But it's not as interesting as it could be. I sense this. I can tell. So frustrating. Kind of blending it out a little bit. Well, poo-poo-ka-choo. I do think this is really pretty. This look might have changed my mind on whether or not I was going to keep it in my desk area. Because I wasn't sold on, like, decluttering it. But I wasn't sold on keeping it in my vanity. But I do... This use alone might have changed my mind on that. Because it is pretty beautiful. And I think done a little bit differently, especially with an eye primer, this would be, like, show-stopping. Because I feel like I'm just losing some of the impact on the eye, which is very disappointing, but I don't think it's the fault of the shadow. I think if I were a prepared individual, I would have an eye primer. But I don't. Yeah, it's not nearly as impactful as it can be. I'm positive of this. I'm going to try. My fingers are gnarled up from checking my blood sugar, though, so it's hard to pick up stuff on this finger. Alright, that's probably as good as that one's going to get. Maybe I'll put a little bit of that color we talked about briefly in the corner, which would be this one right here. And I'm just going to pick it up gently with my pinky and pop it right in the corner. Yeah. I might have picked up more than I needed for that corner, but more is more is more. Okay. Yeah, I went out a little far on that one. I will. Alright, I'm going to put on some liner and lashes and I'll be right back. Alright, you guys, so this is the final look, and I've got to say, I really, really like it when I'm turned that way. There's so much shift going on with my lids, and I'm just like, oof, I'm here for that. I think that this look definitely saved this for me. It's funny because my husband actually really liked my look from the other day, and I was like not feeling it at all, and he was like, no, this is my favorite that you've done this year, and I was like, okay. So with that being said, I know that I'm putting this look before the second look, but just to let you guys know, I will be keeping this. And I think at the end of the video I kind of said that I wasn't sure what I was doing, but now you guys know I am going to keep it. It is going to stay in my like little vanity area, and I think there's a lot of potential here. I do think that that one shade that I talked about in the beginning that is a little bit muddy and browner than it looks in the pan, which is funny because when I did the swatches and I went back and looked at it, the pan looked a lot more brown. It looks more purple burgundy, like when you see it in person, and then on the camera it looks more brown gray. So, I mean, I think perhaps if I just maybe pull from another palette, or if I just use it slightly differently, that I'll be a lot happier with. But in any case, here's the look that my husband liked. Okay, so I think I'm going to do kind of a basic-ish look, okay? Alright, sorry. But I think I'm going to start with this orange shade up here. I don't necessarily want to use the orange shade with this, but I'm going to. Just because I kind of just want to get a wide use out of everything in here. So I'm going to put that down very, very lightly. Hopefully you can see it. More of just a slight wash of color. Than like an all-out, I'm using it. I mean, I am using it, but just a little washy wash. I'm giving these brushes one more shot. These are the synthetic brushes, which I love the face brushes from BK Beauty. But I was not really feeling the eye brushes as much, but I am going to I'm just going to try it one more time. I'm going to take this shadow right here, and I'm going to kind of place it in almost the same area. I wish that this wasn't quite so big, but we're going to just try to be gentle. Gentle touches. Okay, gently I've applied it out there, but I am going to also go in a little bit more, but with a different brush. I feel like if you just tap, it kind of puts it on at a decent level. Now, I do feel like this color is a little bit, I mean, it's gone a little bit brown because I've mixed the orange and the purple, but I do still kind of feel that, I don't know. Okay, I'll hold my thoughts until I'm done. Maybe it's simply because I've mixed these two colors, but this maroon is coming across a little bit muddy, like just kind of a muddy. I don't feel like mixing those should have done that. I've mixed lots of oranges and burgundies before and never had it get like brown gray. That's very strange. I need, you know what, we're gonna use the shirt. I know that's not ideal. I'm using the actual shirt I'm wearing, that's fine. Okay. I'm just gonna try to build it differently. See if it will make any difference. Because in my mind, it's still kind of not the color I was thinking it was going to be from the pan. It's very interesting. Okay, all right, well, it is what it is now. We just are rolling with it. I'm just kind of deepening it. Brush it a little onto the lid. Taking it into the crease. Well, slightly above the crease, actually, because I like to cheat my crease area because it's not so big. Okay. I don't know if you guys can tell what I'm saying here. It just seems the color is very different. So maybe it's just whatever the undertones of this are mixing with the orange. I don't know though. Because even when I'm setting it down in areas that don't have the orange, I still feel like it looks kind of like a muddy gray brown rather than a beautiful like purplish shade. Okay, I'm gonna go back in with that first brush and kind of not exactly brush down, but a little bit. Okay. I feel like this side has a little bit more eye space. I don't know how to explain that. I just feel like this eye is slightly better. Does anybody else have a better eye? They feel like just goes more with what they always want. Okay, well, I don't love that at all. Okay, to follow with that, let's go ahead and take the same shadow down below. Yeah, see, there is definitely no orange below, and this burgundy purple is just not very purple. That's really weird. Not very purple at all. I mean, it's got tones of it, but I was expecting it to look a little closer to my lip color, which actually this looks it's pulling very berry toned. But it's a little bit less berry toned. I don't know how I feel about that, truthfully. But hopefully the all over shade will pull it together somehow. Now I'm just turning the brush the other way to try and smoke it a little bit. I am liking the brushes better today. I will say that. Maybe there's still hope for this. We'll see. Sorry, this did not go how I was thinking it was going to, so I'm like second guessing everything I plan to do. I'm going to take this purplish shade and I'm going to put it all over my lid, and then I'm going to cover it with this one, which doesn't look purple in the angle that you're seeing. Let's see if the mirror can help pick anything up. No. Okay, well, it does actually have a purple shift to it. I am going to use my finger because that's what I prefer. Here again, I'm going kind of a deeper look than I was actually intending. I've been trying not to do deep looks because I haven't been loving them on me. Okay. So while this looks a little, it's more like a glorified matte, like a matte that has, you know, some glitter particles into it, rather than like a true shifty shadow. Alright, I need things. I need stuff. I need things. I'm going to break my cardinal rule and use a brush and try to get in a little bit better. I'm going to go back and clean this up. I know this does not look the best right now. I'm going to just take a pencil brush and kind of add a little bit of purple. Same shade, because this actually seems to have a bit of the purple tone I was looking for. And I'm just getting it better under the eye. I think that this, because it is such a dry, more matte-like formula, is working better with a brush. That would happen, wouldn't it? It would. I forgot, because it's been a while since I've used any of their palettes, what their formula was like. Okay, we've done that. Don't love it. I really don't love this at all. And I'm just kind of trying to blend that little spot so it doesn't look so harsh Now, I've got to say that I feel that this eye look is a little bold with the shirt and the lip, but that's what it is. All right, now I'm going to take this gorgeous shade right here, and I'm going to hope that it saves the day. Please save the day. Oh, yeah, this shade is heavenly. It would probably be best served if I had like an eyeshadow base or like a primer or something like that, but I don't, and I've taken it way too far up, but oh well. We've come too far. I feel like this with just like a shadow that actually would have been that color would have been really pretty. Maybe. Hard to say. I've really wanted to try this palette for a long time, so, you know, now I've done that. And now I will be deciding very soon if I will still be keeping this palette or not. I mean, there's still some shadows in here we've got to use. I do feel like that helped a little bit. A little. Like, that shadow is definitely interesting comparatively. I don't know if I have anything super like it. I also really do like that it is a dry texture. I can't believe I'm saying this. Like, who am I? I'm a stranger in my own house. But I do kind of like it more for that. I'm just going back in with whatever could be left on the smaller brush that I used second, kind of trying to, I went a little ham with that shade. A little ham. Okay. Alright, we're going to try some liner, we're going to try some lashes and see if that at all helps what's going on here. I just feel like it looks so muddy. Like in real life, it just looks kind of, while that one shade is very poppy and beautiful, it still just doesn't look that impressive. Like, I 100% feel like I've got things that I like better that are in a similar color vein. I just now wish I'd have done this slightly differently. I'm just adding a little bit back, not trying to get as crazy before. Just, you know, because I really, really want to love this. And I feel like some of this could be my application problem. Might could be. We'll see. Okay, I'm going to do liner, I'm going to do lashes, I'll be right back. Okay, so now I have my liner on, I have lashes on. Well, I didn't put on lashes, but I put on mascara. I did put on a lip gloss, and I'm looking at it, and I don't dislike it as much. But I do still feel like the mattes were a little too muddy for me. I'm going to obviously be using the other ones that are in there, so I don't have a full opinion on it yet, but at least for this look, it turned out different than I was thinking. It's not that it's like a bad look necessarily, but it's not what I was hoping for, and I don't think it had anything to do with the brushes or the color combination. I feel like it was just the way that things were laying down and performing. So, and it wasn't even that they were bad quality, because actually they worked well together, but I just think that the color was deceptive. The color was deceptive. And so right now I'm sitting on, I will probably declutter this. I don't know, that one shade is pretty darn good, but I don't know that it's like enough to save the whole palette. And you guys aren't seeing it, but there's actually a ton of shift to this. Hopefully the swatches will better show that to you guys. But right now I'm sitting on it. I always love having you guys here for Flashback Friday. They're super fun for me. I like to go back through my collection and see what I have and see what I really need and what I really want, and kind of keeping in mind what I have that I really, really enjoy and I still need to get through it. I think I want to get back to swatching some of my single collection. Are you guys at all interested in seeing more of that? I am really curious to see what you guys want to see. So with that being said, I hope that everyone is staying safe and healthy, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.